Donald Trump says he may close US-Mexican border. Because, immigration. President Donald Trump said Thursday that he may close the US-Mexico border if the rush of illegal immigrants pushes border management out of control. Quote, if we find it's uncontrollable, Josh, if we find that it gets to a level where they're going to lose control or where people are going to start getting hurt, we will close entry into the country for a period of time until we can get it under control. Trump told a gaggle of reporters in Palm Beach, Florida, according to a transcript prepared by Gabrian.com. If you have borders, you have a country, he said. Democrats want open borders. Trump's statement comes 2 days after the San Francisco judge temporarily shuts down his November 9th border reforms at the request of a group from the ACLU lawyers. And the reform denies illegal immigrants the right to ask for full asylum and the right to live in the United States. Trump threatened to close the border also comes amid reports that White House officials may pressure Mexico to accept the temporary return of asylum-seeking migrants pending the courtroom resolution of their pleas for asylum in the United States. Currently, some Mexico borders officials are helping U.S. border officials limit the daily number of caravan migrants who are allowed to ask for asylum at the official ports of entry. That corporation may be helping border officials reduce the flood of migrants and forces the catch and release policy. The catch and release policies allow migrants to get jobs from the U.S. employees and repay their debts to the cartel's migrant smuggling businesses. So Trump continued the whole border, the Mexico will not be able to sell their cars into the United States where they make so many cars and great benefit to them. Not great benefit to us, by the way, but at least now we have good new trade deals with Mexico and Canada, but we will close the border, and I mean that Mexico isn't going to be able to sell their cars in the United States until it's open. But we're going either way to have borders, or we're not. But when we're going to either have a border or we're not. I don't get that, but anyway. And when they lose control of the border on the Mexico side, we just close the border. But business groups would strongly resist any shutdown of all parts of the border. Some industries and companies would be forced to reduce operation within a few days if their cross-border supplies of parts, food, or migrant workers are interrupted. Why are we having migrant workers? Anyway. Trump also suggested that prior president opposed border control and that many Democrats now oppose border control because of the gains politically from the opposition to it, which he does have a point. Hillary Clinton has literally just came out, and this is the first story we did today. Some of the prior US presidents, I guess they don't care, they wanted open borders. I don't think they wanted open borders because most of them, if you go back to 2006, they all approved essentially a wall, very powerful fence, which is pretty much the same thing. But in 2006, if you look former President Barack Obama, you look at Hillary Clinton, you look at Senator Chuck Schumer, all of the people that are standing up opposing, they all think it was good policy for them. They think it's bad for them politically. The fact that they work on borders is very, very bad for them politically. But I only have been politician for 3 years, so maybe they know better than me. No, he's actually right. A lot of the Democrats were actually in favor of the open borders. A lot of the Democrats actually were supporting of a border wall. Funny how times have changed. But anyway, officials expect to appeal the judge's order to the US Supreme Court. So look, at the end of the day, Trump is right when he says that most Democrats were in support of the border wall. Most Democrats opposed immigration. He is right. Back in 2006, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, all those guys actually did do that. It's interesting that now that the Democratic Party seems to be corrupted by George Soros all of a sudden, and large corporations, all of a sudden they seem to be in favor of immigration. It's funny how that works. It's like it's been corrupted to the core. But anyway, moving along, that's something that's probably more relevant, right? Democratic Party? But yeah, like I say, look, at the end of the day, obviously, look, yeah, they are right. You know, Trump is riding this anti-immigration wave because people like their countries. People are generally pretty patriotic. And yeah, and look, I don't think he'll close the borders per se when it comes to like trade deals and stuff like that. I think that's a little bit of hyperbole. But at the end of the day, I think he will close it when it comes to these migrant caravans, especially when you have thousands of them on their way. So yeah, I support Trump in turning around saying, no, go away, don't come here. And once you start sending some of them back, you find a lot of them will turn around and go back to where they came from because they realise they just can't walk across the border. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Trump will actually close the US-Mexico border? Do you think he will close it for trade as well? Or do you think it's just going to be a crossing the border to cover asylum? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If the video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.